Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, I'm Nicole and I am here to bring you all kinds of Disney videos. If you are new here, welcome. I am glad to have you. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So today we're going to do the last in my little series of my favorite things to do in each park. And today we're going to be talking about my favorite things to do in Hollywood Studios. Now, if you would have asked me what my favorite things to do in Hollywood Studios was like 5 years ago, I probably would have said nothing. They had Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster, and in my opinion, those were the only things worth going for. But Hollywood Studios has stepped up their game so much, and now it is honestly one of my favorite parks. And even just since I've been there in September this past year, 2 new rides have opened up. So they're really getting their game together, and it makes me so excited to go to Hollywood Studios every single time I'm in Disney World. So if you've been watching these videos, you're going to know I'm gonna have a few categories, and in today's video, we're going to be doing places to eat, rides, and extras. Normally there is a shopping category, but this is just one of those parks where I don't go to this park to do any shopping, but I'll definitely browse around in the shops while I'm there. Some of the ones that I do go through are Keystone Clothiers. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but that's okay. And the Celebrity 5 and 10, or 5 and Dime, whichever you prefer to call it. So those are great shops, but they're not going to be on my list of favorite things to do today, unfortunately. With all that being said, let's dive right on into the list and start with places to eat. Let me preface this category by saying I've never had a table service meal in Hollywood Studios. That should be changing on my next trip, but we'll see. So my top eats might be a little bit different than a lot of other people's top eats, but that's okay. So the first place that I really like to eat in Hollywood Studios, I feel like is kind of low on other people's list, but it's ABC Commissary. Basically, you're gonna go in and it is kind of themed like a cafeteria. It's really nothing special at all, which is crazy because then why is it one of my favorites? Well, I really like to go in here because I'm a big fan of chicken fingers and fries and cheeseburgers, so I can get that. But the food isn't really why I like to go here. I really like to be able to sit down and have a quick service meal inside. So if you've been to Disney World, you know that a lot of times if you're getting quick service meals, you have to sit somewhere outside or fight for a table or not sit at all when you eat, and that's just like really not my vibe. So I really like to go to ABC Commissary because you can sit down in the air conditioner, and this is also one of the few locations that has self-serve refillable beverages. So you can go and get as many drinks as you want, drink a bunch of water. I think they have like Powerade and stuff like that on the machines, so that makes it really, really nice. Get nice and rehydrated to go back out into the park. The next place that I really like to eat is at Woody's Lunchbox. Of course, if you've been here or even if you've just seen pictures, you could totally imagine why. The theming in Toy Story Land is just amazing. So they really just have a lot of typical lunch options here. They have some like lunch meat sandwiches that are really great. They have a grilled cheese that I've never tried, but I'm dying to try because people won't stop talking about it online. So I really want to try that. And then also they have those popular lunchbox tarts, which are basically just like an overglorified Pop-Tart, but worth it. So I really like to eat at Woody's Lunchbox. The next place I like to eat is technically not eating, it's just like a little snack, I guess, but I really like to go to the milk stand in Galaxy's Edge. Now, these blue and green milks have gotten a lot of different feedback. Some people really love them and some people really, really, really hate them. I'm one of those people who really love them. I think I got the blue milk when I went. I don't think I tried the green one, just the blue. And I really liked it. It was sweet, it was cold and refreshing, and I just really enjoyed it. I think we actually got 2 while we were there. The last one on this category is going to be Oga's Cantina. And again, this isn't like a sit-down restaurant or a quick service restaurant. It's kind of like a bar. I do think they have some small appetizer options, but you're mainly going in here to get the crazy, crazy drinks that they have. So I don't know how long it's gonna last like this, but when I went in September, Galaxy's Edge had just opened. So you did have to have a reservation to go into Oga's Cantina, and it was a 2-drink or 45-minute limit, whichever one you hit first. But in here, they have all kinds of crazy, wacky drinks that do crazy, wacky things, like the Fuzzy Tauntaun, which was one of my favorite. And it has this foam on top that makes your tongue go numb. So that's super weird, but I loved it. And plus, the drink itself was really good. So the fact that it was a good drink plus something crazy made it so fun. And they do also have plenty of non-alcoholic options, so you can take the kids or you could have non-alcoholic drinks if you don't drink yourself. So it's really perfect for everybody. The atmosphere is awesome. It really feels otherworldly in there. And plus the drinks are delicious, so win-win. So on to the rides category for Hollywood Studios, and the first one on my list is going to be Tower of Terror. If you watched my video about my 3 favorite fast passes for each park, you will know that Tower of Terror is definitely on my list. And if you haven't watched that video, I will link it below. But I love riding Tower of Terror, of course, as always in Disney World. The theming is amazing, the storyline is amazing, but the ride itself is just so fun and you're screaming and laughing and it's just a blast. And I really like that you can go on the 4 different elevators and have different drop sequences every time because it always keeps you on your toes and it's just a different ride every time. The second ride on my list for Hollywood Studios is going to be Rock and Roller Coaster. I love Aerosmith and they blast it while you're riding. This is another ride where the theming is everything. I love the pre-show with Aerosmith and the recording booth. That is so fun and it really sets the stage for the ride that you're gonna go on. I'm pretty sure this is the only ride in Disney World as of right now that actually goes upside down. So that alone to me makes it up on the top because I love big crazy roller coasters. But even if it didn't, I would love it. The music is great, the ride is great, and it's just kind of one of those classic Disney rides that has been there ever since the first time I've gone, and that makes it so that I just can't pass it up. The third and final ride on my list for Hollywood Studios is going to be Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. I think this ride was a blast. Unfortunately, we only got to ride it one time, so we didn't get to experience all of the different spots that you could be in the ride, but we still had a blast. It gave me crazy Mission Space vibes, but kind of bigger and accelerated. And plus it's new, so I feel like new rides just kind of pop to me. Like if it's a new ride, it's probably gonna be one of my favorites because I'm just still so excited about it. On to the extras category for Hollywood Studios, and the first thing in this list is going to be the Beauty and the Beast show. Beauty and the Beast is one of my all-time favorite Disney movies, both the original and the live-action remake. So being able to see a version of it live in Disney World is absolutely amazing to me. The only downside to this show is you are sitting outside. So it's not really a show where you're gonna go and get air conditioning and cooled off, but you can sit down and kick back and relax and watch the show, which is good enough for me, to be honest, especially when I get to watch a show as amazing as this one. The next thing in the extras category for me is honestly just exploring Batuu. So Batuu is the planet that you're on when you're in Galaxy's Edge, and with it being new and there being so much in there and so much theming and Imagineering going on, you can just wander around and find awesome things in there. One of the coolest things that happens is that some of the characters from the films are actually just free wandering around. So you could be walking and run right into Kylo Ren or run right into Rey. So I think that part's really cool. It definitely makes it worth it to just chill and hang out and walk around exploring Batuu. The last thing on my list for Hollywood Studios is going to be building our own lightsaber at Savi's workshop. Technically, I did not build a lightsaber, Andrew did, but I was there for the whole experience. I was in there with him and it was honestly amazing. Honestly, building this lightsaber was the top of the top. It was amazing. The experience was so genuine and fun. And honestly, it almost felt kind of emotional in there. I've honestly never experienced something like this, even in Disney World. So the fact that they have so many things going on and they can still open new attractions that blow our minds is crazy to me. So there's no way that that wasn't making this list. Okay, so that about sums it up. In the comments, let me know what are your favorite things to do in Hollywood Studios. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and make sure you ring the bell icon so that you get a notification every single time I upload a new video. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me. I appreciate every single one of you. Bye!